what philosopher or philosophical idea had a big impact on your life? Not just in the space of cryptocurrency, but in general.
Oh, so we're going now. We're
We're
rolling.
going right
We're
in
rolling.
because you majored philosophy.
I did. I majored in philosophy. I didn't know what to do with my life, and my parents said, "Do whatever you find interesting." It's like, okay, philosophy, great. Find that interesting.
Yeah.
And it had way more of an impact on my career actually than I thought it might. Typically, I guess if you do philosophy, you go into law or finance, so it sort of makes sense. But um, there are a number of philosophers I really admire. The big one of my favorites would be Descartes, probably the notion of skepticism. It's sort of a rabbit hole. It's kind of hard to pull yourself out of it. Basically, the brain in the vat theory, pulling yourself out of that. But yeah, I really like epistemology, questioning what it is to have knowledge. So Descartes was one of my gateways to that.
Do you think everything is knowable? Like we humans can know fully the objective reality?
Oh, definitely not. No, I mean, reality is very much processed through your own, subjective lens.
So, how much do you think do we understand about this world? Because a lot of your ideas, a lot of things we might talk about today are kind of trying to figure out human civilization, how human behavior works at scale, all those kinds of things. That kind of assumes that we have it or we're able to somehow figure most of it out, right? So, in your sort of when you step way back, how much of it have we really figured out?
Well, I think that's the conceit of economics is thinking that you can model human behavior
Right.
in these unbelievably complex systems. And then I think that's the modern critique of economics, like the sort of Talebian critique, is that you can't have true knowledge and they're much less predictable than we think they are. And, we behave according to our accumulated assumptions, and we're using tiny sort of data sets trained on the last 50, 100 years, and they turn out to be horribly askew. And that's when we have our gray swans and our black swans. So I'm much more on the sort of, reality is much less knowable than we think side of things.